Hello Internet, this is Scott with Scott's Garage, and this afternoon I am going to be replacing the receiver dryer unit for the air conditioner for this Ford Focus, and also replacing the Schrader valves. Now the dryer unit itself is located just underneath the wheel well. There's a plastic part here and you pull it away, you can see the dryer unit. It's also where the low pressure part of the AC is, where the input is for low pressure. To make this job a little bit easier, I'm going to jack the car up, put a jack stand over here, and take the front wheel off to make it easier. So here is the new dryer that I ordered online through Amazon. It did not come with this sleeve. I am fabricating my own insulation sleeve. I had some leftover material from a previous project, sound deadening and insulation for a car, and I figured it would work well. This is from Eastwood Corporation. I'm going to peel this back and just make a nice, just a nice covering for that dryer unit. The more insulated these are, really the better cooling it is for your vehicle. And here are the new Schrader valves, a kit for this Ford Focus. Looks like they gave me several options here. I'll choose the right ones. And to do this job as well for the Schrader valves, you need the kit that the tool for removing the Schrader valves that's unique to Ford. So I ordered that as well. Now, I need to point out with this project that there's no refrigerant or Freon in this system at all. If you do, don't be disconnecting stuff like this. You have to take it someplace, have it evacuated out, so there's no Freon again. Okay, here you can see the wheel off, a very clear view of the receiver dryer. So I'll be taking off, looks like 4 nuts, actually 2 nuts and a bolt. There's 2 right here, 1 nut there, and then a bolt there from the back side, and then another one on this side, and then on these quick releases, 1 there and another one right up here. Okay, the wrench for that nut, I'm assuming the back nut as well, back bolt, is a 10 millimeter. Here's the bottom side of the dryer, and I just removed this little bolt, 10 millimeter, from the back side. And there's the third one here, that likewise 10 millimeter, and I'll be getting that one next. Okay, next we need to release the quick release for Ford. And to begin with, there's this C bracket, and you just push on it, a little bit of force, and it'll come loose. Next, to remove the quick release, you will need a quick release little gadget here. I got this from O'Reilly's, and I'll figure out which size it is here in just a second. Yeah, it's a little bit of persuasion. Putting the quick release on there is able to push it up and then pull out. Now, please notice the O-rings. There are 3 of them, and make sure you replace these O-rings too. Don't go this far and not replace the O-rings. On the quick release, it was the large one, which is the standard size, 7/8. Okay, next we need to take this nut off, and this is a 13 millimeter. Okay, to take these O-rings out, just to get a little pick, and just use the pick, and you'll be able to pull them right off. Okay, I found 3 O-rings from an O-ring kit that match, and well, before I put these on, I'm going to dip them in refrigerant oil. Always do this. It just will make sure that everything seats correctly. Speaking of O-rings, don't forget about the lower hose. It has 1 O-ring. Replace that as well. Okay, I really like how the new dryer turned out with this insulation, sound deadening material, but it's going to work really well for this dryer receiver. All right, so we're going to install it just the opposite way we took the old one out. And there's plugs on here for a reason. you want as little air as possible. I'll pull those plugs and immediately hook up the new hoses. Okay, so I slid the first connection on that had the 3 O-rings. It slid right in place. I'm now going to pull this cap and I'll get this hose on. Don't forget to put this little C-clamp type thing back around this. Now this is the old receiver. The little bolt clips, I don't know what else to call them. The new one didn't come with them, so take off the bolt clips from the old dryer. We'll just snap them in place. Okay, next we're gonna replace this Schrader valve. This is the high pressure line in the Ford Focus. It's on the driver's side front. The low pressure side is in the Drier down there. The new dryer put in has its own new Schrader valve. So I'm just going to replace this one right here. So you'll need a tool, and this particular tool is for Ford, and you'll need the large end, and you simply put it in there so it's in place, and you just back it out. It's very, very simple to change a Schrader valve. Okay, voila, there's the old one. And for the new one over here, so I got a kit, and I'll match it, and I can tell right now it's the large one in the kit. And I'm also going to use some refrigerant oil on the O-ring that's already on this Schrader valve. Okay, here's the new Schrader valve. It actually has 2 O-rings. I have plenty of oil, refrigerant oil, on both O-rings. And I'll use the little tool here and simply put it in place. Okay, it's all finished. You have to be careful when you initially get this started in there. Just you don't want to strip anything out. So if it doesn't feel right, back it up and get it started until it goes in easily, and then reach a point where it's tight. You only need to hand tighten it. Okay, there's only one last thing to do, and that is to put the new cap on. So the kit comes with a new cap. There's a new rubber seal in there, and we'll just use that, and likewise tighten it finger tight. Okay, this project is complete. The next video will be evacuating and recharging the AC. I forgot to mention that today is the 4th of July, and God bless America.